wasn't me. I didn't do it. "5 years earlier, Mia Fey, second trial." Ahem! Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Ah, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm trying to distinguish his voice from... I'm so sorry. It's just I'm so nervous today. That's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you're surprised. What was your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully too. I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean. What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just wanted to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine, no problem. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Ryan? Actually, he's right. Like the Flying Brothers, people screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind of others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. I'm giving it a different voice because he's younger. If you're truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still feeling new at this lawyer thing. The last time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I hope I'd never step foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time, I'm gonna win the case against Harry Falls. For my client and for myself. April 11, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency. Emergency? But isn't that him standing right there next to you? Yes, well, you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl, it'll all be over soon. What's that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. It sounds like he was a very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. He then called the police. I can't read. What's caught in the blue pair? I actually can't read. That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. Crime file number 1. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died of a rather unusual death. Unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a gentleman, if you will. What? Come to me. Show him what you got. What are you made of? Ah, perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The course? Go on. You say you know at least this much. Electric shock. Electric shock. Damn it! Seems I was right to believe for then. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of the case are filed in the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? Ah, court record. I think you can see that by pressing your one button. Asphyxiation. Electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. No, it was electrocution. I can't really speak. Electrocution? But how can such a thing happen? Did murder use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Bad blood? What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude. That's Winsome Payne. That's Winsome Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him they don't call him the rookie cat for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time I would like to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? Ah, no need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it into old Greybeard's face. Yes, sir, into old Greybeard's face. Alright, Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Fay. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly she has some part to play in the story. Ah, he's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, so he's got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fay? It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection. Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means what did you do before you arrested? Oh! I was a university student. Mr. Wright, do you understand that you're suspecting of... But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was... Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his code to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright. Please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor.
Like I said, giving him a voice which differentiates between the one he has and there, to show he's younger.
I admit I was there.
But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up fish wannabe. I see. So you hardly knew the victim?
Right, like I said, I'm not a killer.
Yeah, looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive.
Huh? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Clients do lie.
Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right, I mean, why would I even...
Well, that doesn't sound right.
If you hardly knew him,
then why would you say the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe?
Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to provide your testimony. How is it that you knew this victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yes, well...
I was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Jack. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack?
Yeah, I'm sure it was right there on his back.
Miss Fay, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. You made our client cry. Let him! That pee on his chest and stand for Phoenix anyway. Can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but... What's the medicine that you took? Holy shit. An over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X? Do you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. Lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case? Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look. Another photo from the crime scene. What's this? In the victim's hand it is. It's Cold Killer X. Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it. What? Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well, the court will accept them into the record.
Photo 2 added to the codex. Photo X added to the codex. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, you have to make a kind of explanation for all this.
Well, I hate to break this here, mate, but in about 4 years I'm gonna start kicking your ass.
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
No thanks, I just sneezed. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. Now forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
What the fuck is that?
Thank fuck he loses it later.
Miss Fairy, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, tell me more lies. What really happened?
Nope. God, the fact that.
So what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true.
Got a hunch.
Does this evidence establish something?
Ah. Nope.
It's rather unusual to catch a cold in this time of the year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep in the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure my friends knew about it. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. On the day of the incident? What did you have for lunch? What did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. Oh, he's here with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just to feed us. Mini omelets. Magically delicious.
Yo! Why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. met the victim, Colin? No, never. But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is?
It's kind of embarrassing. She's my,
What? What was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Valerie Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated that you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right in time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, you're studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
An alchemist? I see.
I gotta admit I was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Ho, how fascinating! Sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details? About time, you don't mean. So you're absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, and those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know that much. It's a bit early in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables? Yeah, there are electrical poles set up all around the building. High voltage cables run overhead and around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death.
How exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still clown this mess smelling like rose. Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Fay?
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite a vast statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? As for the cause of death, I say this picture captures it quite well.
What? But there's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant. Ah yes, the defendant who'll be kicking your ass in a few years, you mean? Even with amnesia, he's able to do it. So not so much of a rookie killer, are you?
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. As you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean...
Yeah, so it's quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print on the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
God, it makes me laugh how that's basically revenge for that trial. Order, that's enough. I think we can conclude there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done. Mr. Grossberg, my hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor, at this time I am prepared to render a verdict in this case. Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth, the whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
But I can't. I just can't see it. I told you what really happened, and
It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm an attorney. You can trust me.
Miss Fay.
Wait, why am I still giving him that voice? No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I'll represent you to the very end. Established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened. I already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further. I did it. I admit it, I pushed it. It's my fault.
What you just said, was that the truth?
Yes, I was afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are.
Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Fay? I believe in you. Oh, thank you.
Still can't believe it, he really did push the victim. Feels like my hemorrhoids doing the Harlem Shake. Trying to find a way to differ my voice from as Mia from the voice I gave President Phoenix.
That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. When from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. There'd been something like that, even I wouldn't have noticed it. That's true, even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Miss Fay, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
So what kinds of things did Mr. Swan say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Is that all?
Yep.
Well, Miss Fay, you heard him yourself.
Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? And that guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew in a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light gentle shove to the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed... And when you did that, there was no severed cables anywhere to be seen? Right, there was nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you merely overlooked it? Well, I guess it is possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony witness.
A loud noise? What would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like snap. You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. You're not qualified to decide that. Ask for more details. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been... Yes, could it have been... Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella, huh? And did the umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella. Cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Fay?
What's important? This is it, Mia. The information you've been waiting for. There we go. There we go. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical post. Why am I giving her a portion? God, I don't know what voice to give her.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is that after the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallows. God, hiccups. They're alive.
Order! 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 The victim, he moved! Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want it presented as evidence immediately.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render the final judgment.
No! Yes!
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess, you have another witness? Exactly, and this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very young lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right, she was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you. My dear. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious.
Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Miss Wright. Yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy? You can't be serious. After hiding such important facts.
But next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 years ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really thought it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. Actually, no, she used it to escape it.
Since there's poison in that.
By the way, Mr. Dahlia, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it would have happened to have been on August 27th, wouldn't it? Yeah, it was, but how did you... This happened on August 27th. Right here in this courthouse. What's this, a newspaper clipping? Let's see, murder in the courthouse. Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct?
I hope you don't mind. Mr. Grossbeck. I need to finish this myself.
Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
Thank you.
I'm going to do what I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. Let's all get moving.
I guess so. The recess sure seems longer than 20 minutes.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand. Hold on. What's with this stiff silence?
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to ignore not their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
I can't believe you actually said that.
Try to give him a more soft voice to distinguish them.
Oh, now then, witness, could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
If someone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down the sides.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel like at home. Not at all.
It was nothing.
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say it's an honour for me to be here in your noble presence. The honour is all mine.
No, the honour is all mine.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
They're like, it's bigger than yours.
Careless.
Nice reference.
Sir? Is there something I can help you with?
You just go and say whatever is on your mind.
I'm sure there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone, I just know it.
Yes, I can see why you'd say that.
She's going to be a tough witness, alright? Only took her 12 seconds after all around and everything.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
I'd been planning to go back to Feeny's place after the class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. And suddenly, Dougie just got wobbling and just collapsed. And that's when Feeny noticed I was there. Went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant did nothing wrong.
Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. No, you don't. You're a helpless romantic. You've probably never been married and you've probably never had a girlfriend in your entire life. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth. But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed in my cross-examination, you'll know. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey. What's this? So you two are acquainted? Yes, we've met before. Once.
In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madame Fey.
Madam?
I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie.
Huh?
Huh?
No.
And what did Mr. Wright say when he saw you? I'm sorry, I was so flustered that I really don't remember. Please forgive me. You don't remember?
Well, that's common enough. Sometimes I don't recall a sentence I passed on minutes prior.
Please, someone, anyone, stop him before he gets hurt. By me. That's what I found last trial, the amount of times Adrian was accused. I went to go and find... Oh, wait. So who is this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug's one. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. That's fine, Miss Faye.
Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why am I being demonized here?
Please go on. What did you see next?
Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right? I was watching the whole time. He never did a thing to Dougie. But first for no good reason, I know that. I just know the judge will get angry with me. Show contradiction. Miss Faye, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting. Please don't claim me like that. I'm just doing my job. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It had already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. What? There's no need trying to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to find... Looks like to find again somewhere. The umbrella. You say you didn't hear anything unusual, is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. He clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp noise. He said that? If you're really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on and I was listening to music at the time. Headphones? You mean that both your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though fall wasn't ready for its fun to come to an end yet. The sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder, so I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in the testimony after all. Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change the whole case. Your Honor, there's a problem in the witness's testimony. This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bullet.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
Alright, you did, Mia. How are we thinking? I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fay. Huh? I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research on her. You found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location. What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
Just a feed of it.
Who is this a feed of it from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently the cables have become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
However, there's one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have been snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Fay, do you have any thoughts regarding the course of the severed cable?
Your Honor. I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain more momentum.
Huh? Back. Yes, my mind has snapped, thank you very much.
Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that...
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. Yes, the prosecution also came to the same conclusion. There was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? That's by the electric pole. That's right, the victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense, and then the victim was electrocuted.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. No, it doesn't make sense at all. When the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground there. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted this victim.
Order! Order in the court!
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. I have long to hear them.
It's true! The defense is absolutely correct! That doesn't seem...
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madame Attorney's explanation. She said some things are a little different than I remember.
What the...
Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge.
Of course, it's alright. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colours. The truth is, I've only pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him, but Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The key was snapping and Dougie being electrocuted all occurred in less than a minute.
So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away.
And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
I know how to put on a female voice when you've got a deep voice anyway. Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. I know, I'm sorry, I wanted to protect Dougie. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl, I know, Mr. Judge.
Yes, would you please?
Please forgive little of me.
Of course you won't. You did. Oh, come now, it was just a little old white lie. We'll forget it this time, but please be more careful from now on, alright?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all.
The judge had better be more careful himself. The Dark Alley is friendlier than that girl. You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electric pole? I know he doesn't look it, but Feeny can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Oh, really? I never imagined I would cross an electrical cable to break. Feeny really is scary when he gets mad.
Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed. He'll be kicking the prosecutor's ass in about 5 years.
But Dougie tried to his best to run away from him. So, let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched the scene unfold. Miss Fay, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness. I wasn't happy. I was so scared I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. Cheer them on? What do you mean by that? Well, I wish the best for them both, and that they would each get...
That's very sweet of you to be so supportive.
And what happened after that?
Save.